In the previous video, you have learned how to convert a point from one coordinate system to another. In this video, you will learn how to express a vector in various coordinate systems, specifically from Cartesian to cylindrical or from cylindrical back to Cartesian. The transformation involving spherical coordinates will be discussed on a separate video. We will derive the transformation formulas for Cartesian to cylindrical and vice versa, and realize the importance of the dot product in this topic. After the derivation of the formulas, we will solve three problems to demonstrate how easy it is to convert vectors from one system to another. So now, if you're ready, let's begin. To convert a vector from one coordinate system to another, we need to recall the topic about vector projections. If we have two vectors A and B, the projection of vector A along vector B, which is written as A sub B, can be obtained by taking the dot product of vector A and a unit vector along vector B, A sub B. So this is the component of vector A along vector B. Vector A, yung kukuhanan mo ng component, at itong unit vector naman ang magdedetermine kung saan component yung hinahanap. Now, converting a vector in Cartesian to cylindrical requires taking the cylindrical components of the given Cartesian vector. So, similar lang siya dito. So, if we are given a vector in Cartesian coordinates, which is written as ax plus ay plus az, this is the Cartesian vector. Nakukuha na natin ang cylindrical components. Now, what are the cylindrical components? These are the component along rho and the component along phi. There is no need to get the component along z because the z component in Cartesian and cylindrical components are identical. So now, dalawa na lang yung kukuhanin natin. So, how do we get these two vector components? The vector component along rho can be obtained by multiplying the given vector A by the unit vector A rho. And likewise, the component along phi can be obtained by getting the dot product of the given vector A and the unit vector along phi. Now, to get the component along rho, we replace this A with the given vector. Ito yung mahaba, yung Cartesian, and we get its dot product with a rho. So ito isinulat lang natin. So this is the given vector in Cartesian coordinates. Now, we have a multiplier a rho, dot product yan, y a rho, because we want to get the component of the given vector along the direction of rho. So we distribute this a rho to all the terms here, and we will get this, ax dot a rho. This is the first term, and the second term is ay dot a rho. Now, if we get the dot product with the third term, we will get 0 because we know that z and rho are orthogonal. So, az dot a rho equals 0. So now, we have this ax dot a rho and ay dot a rho. Hindi pa natin na-encounter ang mga dot products na yan before. Why? Because in our previous topics, ang kinuha na lang natin ng dot product is dot product between Cartesian unit vectors and dot product between cylindrical unit vectors. But now, we have a dot product involving Cartesian and cylindrical. So, yan ang kailangan nating malaman ngayon. Yung ax dot a rho at saka yung ay dot a rho. Because these two dot products are relatively new to us. Okay? Yung isa ay Cartesian at yung isa naman ay cylindrical. Ngayon, para malaman natin kung saan equal yung dalawang dot products na yan, kopyahin ko lang yun para hindi tayo malito. And alam natin kung ano ang ating hinahanap. We're trying to find these two dot products, ax dot a rho and ay dot a rho. To determine the dot products of these unit vectors, we need to have the x and the y axis. And here, ilagay natin yung point of interest. Let us indicate the unit vectors for the Cartesian coordinates. We have the unit vector for AX and the unit vector for AY. Tapos, i-include din natin yung unit vectors ng cylindrical, yung arrow at saka A5. Okay? So, unahin natin yung arrow. This is the unit vector arrow, no, along the radius. Now, in addition to that, this arrow makes an angle with the unit vector AX. And we know that this angle is the angle phi, no? This is a variable in the cylindrical coordinates. So, if this angle is phi, then this angle is also phi. Lagay natin. Now, kuhanin natin yung dot product. Remember, we want to find out AX dot arrow. So, here I have AX and here I have arrow. And we notice that the angle between them is phi. O ngayon, paano natin kukuhanin yung dot product? Okay, now, if you recall the definition of the dot product, if you have two vectors A and B, the dot product of these two vectors is equal to A, B, cosine of theta, wherein theta is the angle between the two vectors. So in this case, the vectors are arrow and AX, and because they are both unit vectors, their magnitudes or absolute values is just 1 or unity. So this AX dot arrow can be reduced to 1 times 1 times the cosine of the angle between them. So, in this case, the angle between them is phi. From this illustration, it is very obvious that AX dot arrow is equal to cosine phi. Ano? In-applyan lang natin yan ang concept ng dot product. The dot product of two vectors is equal to the product of their magnitudes times the cosine of the angle between them. It happens that the magnitudes of these two vectors are both unity kasi nga unit vector sila. So 1 times 1 is 1 times the cosine of the angle phi. That's why AX dot arrow equals cosine phi. O di ba, ang dali lang? So solve na yung AX dot arrow. Now we get AY dot arrow. So here we have the unit vector AY and the unit vector arrow. So to find the dot product, we must determine the angle between the two vectors. So we know that AY and AX are orthogonal. So if this angle is phi, then this angle must be 90 minus phi. The dot product AY dot arrow would be equal to 1 times 1 times the cosine of 90 minus phi. So, cosine of 90 minus phi. Okay, but if you recall in trigonometry, we have the identity that cosine of 90 minus phi is equal to sine phi. Why? Because cosine and sine are complementary functions. Okay, so now, establish na natin yung relationship sa pagitan ng AY at saka arrow. AY dot arrow is simply equal to sine phi. So ngayon, meron na tayong dalawang dot products. We can use these two dot products and replace these dot products with cosine phi and sine phi so that we would have the vector component that we are looking for. Okay, the component of vector A along rho is now equal to AX times cosine phi plus AY sine phi. O yan, nakapag-derive na tayo ng isang formula. Yan, yung isa sa mga components na hinahanap natin. Ano yung sunod? The next one is the component along phi. For the component along phi, we just repeat the procedure. We get the dot product of the given vector and the unit vector A phi. This involves the dot product of Cartesian unit vectors with A phi. So, paano natin yan malalaman? Balikan lang natin yung figure na ginawa natin kanina. So, this time, we are required to determine the dot products of AX and AY with another cylindrical unit vector. This time, it's A phi. So in order to determine these two dot products, we need to draw the unit vector a phi in this illustration. We draw it in the direction of increasing phi. So in a counterclockwise direction. So mula dito sa point, I draw a unit vector in a counterclockwise direction. So now, this is the unit vector a phi. Now, we get the dot product ax dot a phi. So once again, using the definition of the dot product, ax dot a phi equals 1 times 1 times the cosine of the angle between ax and a phi. And it's obvious that this angle is 90 degrees plus this angle. Okay? Now, we need to measure this angle between a phi and ay. Okay? We know that this is phi. This angle is 90 minus phi. But we also know that the angle between a phi and a rho is 90 degrees because these are two orthogonal unit vectors. So, the sum of these two angles must be 90. Okay? So, if this is 90 minus phi, this angle must also be equal to phi. So, now, kuhanin na natin yung dot product. Ano po? The dot product ax dot a phi equals 1 times 1 times the cosine of 90 plus pi. Now, what is the expression for cosine of 90 plus pi? Okay, we can use the trigonometric identity for the cosine of the sum of two angles. And wag na nating i-derive yung cosine of 90 plus phi equal yan sa negative sine of phi. Okay? So, ayun, nakuha na natin ang ax dot a phi equals the negative of sine phi. For the last dot product, ay and a phi. If we look at this figure, it's very clear that the angle between ay and a phi is phi. So, using the geometric definition of the dot product, ay dot a phi must be equal to cosine phi. So, meron na tayong na-derive na apat na dot products. Ano-ano yon? Una, ax dot a rho is cosine phi. Ay dot a rho equals sine phi. Ax dot a phi is negative sine phi. And ay dot a phi equals cosine phi. So, the knowledge of these four dot products would enable us to convert from cylindrical to Cartesian or Cartesian back to cylindrical coordinates. Kinakailangan kabisado mo yung apat na dot products na yan. Ax dot a rho is cosine phi, ay dot a rho is sine phi, ax dot a phi is negative sine phi, and ay dot a phi equals cosine phi. And now that we already know these two dot products, pwede na nating palitan yung mga naka-red na dot products na ito. So, ax dot a phi will be replaced with negative sine phi, and ay dot a phi will be replaced with cosine phi. And we will get the vector component along phi. That's equal to negative ax sine phi plus ay cosine phi. So, bukod sa apat na dot products na nalaman natin today, we're able to derive two important formulas. These are the formulas required for converting a vector from Cartesian to cylindrical coordinates. Here is the vector component along rho, and here is the vector component along phi. Now, let us summarize the formulas that we have derived. Once again, we're able to derive four dot products. The dot products between rectangular and cylindrical coordinates. Ano-ano nga yung apat na dot products? Una, we have ax dot a rho equals cosine phi. The next one is ay dot a rho is sine phi. And mula dito sa dalawang dot products na to, we can deduce a formula for finding the vector component along rho. 'Di ba kanina na-derive natin 'yan? Ngayon ito ang shortcut. Okay? If you want to get a rho, ito 'yon. So, Ang gagawin mo lang, gawin mo lang tong capital letter, AX. So that will be AX cosine phi plus, ito gawin mo lang capital letter AY. AY sin phi. Ayan, no? Okay. So ito yung formula na na-derive natin kanina, 'di ba? So may shortcut pala 'yan, ano? Para malaman mo ang formula na ito, dapat alam mo yung dalawang dot products. Okay? So, kung ang hinahanap natin ay A row, ito yung hinahanap mo, gawin mo lang capital letters, itong AX at saka AY. Tapos i-add mo sila. AX cosine phi plus AY sin phi. Ito yun, no? Which is the same formula na na-derive natin kanina. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Knowing the two other dot products, pwede pala nating ma-deduce yung formula na A phi. Yes. Okay. So, ano yung dalawang natitirang dot products? We have AX dot A phi, which is equal to negative of sin phi, and AY dot A phi, which is equal to cosine phi. So, ngayon, kung gusto kong kuhanin yung expression para sa A phi, ito yon, the vector component along phi, that's just equal to, gawin ko tong capital letter, so magiging AX, pero may negative sign dito, so negative AX sin phi plus AY cosine phi. Ganun kaya ang formulang na-derive natin? Yes, actually, yun yung na-derive natin na formula kanina. So once again, may shortcut, ano? If you know the four dot products, you can formulate these two formulas na na-derive natin kanina gamit yung figure na inanalyze natin sa previous slides. So madali lang yan, ano? Kasi may shortcut. Titingnan mo lang yung pattern. Pag nalaman mo yung pattern, madali nang isulat yung formula basta alam mo yung apat na dot products. Now, to make things simpler, we can write these two equations in matrix form, ano? Para mas madali natin siyang matandaan. So, in matrix form, these two equations can be written this way. A row is equal to, how do we multiply two matrices? It's row by column. So, that's cosine phi times AX. Ito yun. We have sin phi times AY. Ito siya. 0 times AZ of course is 0. Kaya walang term dito. Ano? Dalawa na lang sila. So for A phi, this is negative sin phi times AX. Ito yun. And for the second term, cosine phi times AY. Ito siya. And lastly, yung third term, 0 din. Ano? Now, for the z component, hindi na natin dinerive kasi nga po, identical yung z component sa Cartesian at saka sa cylindrical coordinates. O, di ba? Okay, so madali lang pala to, ano? Ang bottom line is kung alam mo ang apat na dot products, you can create these two equations. And these two equations can be written simply in the form of a matrix. With this transformation matrix, we can convert a vector from Cartesian to cylindrical coordinates. However, it is important to note that converting a vector from one system to another does not change its magnitude or direction. The vector is just expressed differently, meaning if we convert a vector from Cartesian to cylindrical, the vector is just the same. Its magnitude and direction does not change. Ang nagbago lang is yung itsura niya. Ano? Nagbago lang yung kanyang form. From Cartesian, naging cylindrical lang yung vector. But these two vectors are actually the same vectors. Magkaiba lang sila ng expression. Yung isa, expressed in Cartesian and the other one is expressed in cylindrical. Okay? Now, paano naman sir yung pabalik? Ano? What if I have a vector in cylindrical coordinates and I want to convert it into Cartesian? Actually, may shortcut para makuha yon. Ano? Mula din dito sa matrix na ito, there is just a shortcut para makuha mo yung AX, AY, AZ kung given naman yung A row, A phi, and AZ. Pero bago ko ituro yung shortcut na yon, hindi nyo pa deserve kasi dapat alam nyo muna kung paano siya talaga dinerive. We will derive the expressions for finding the Cartesian components given the cylindrical vector. To do that, we will perform unit vector transformation. So what's this? As you can see, we have two colored unit vectors, A row and A phi. These are the cylindrical unit vectors. Now, what do we want? We want to convert A rho and A phi into their corresponding Cartesian equivalent. Ano yung equivalent ng A rho in terms of AX and AY? In order to do that, we need to get the components of A rho along AX and AY respectively. So let us show these components. First, we have this arrow representing the component of A rho along X. Here, we have the component of A rho along Y. So we're able to form a right triangle. So since this side is adjacent to the angle phi, we can label this as cosine of phi times, of course, the hypotenuse. But since this is a unit vector, its value is 1. So 1 times cosine phi is simply cosine phi. Okay? Now, nilagyan lang natin siya ng unit vector na AX because it is directed along the unit vector AX. Now, for this side, it's opposite the angle phi. So, its value equals sine phi. And we add the unit vector AY because it is along the y-axis. So, sine phi AY. So, from this triangle, it is very clear that this A rho is simply equal to the sum of cosine phi AX and sine phi AY. So, now we're able to determine the expression for A rho in terms of AX and AY. Ano yon? A rho equals cosine phi AX and sine phi AY. Ayan, so nakabuo na tayo ng isang formula. Now, we do the same for A phi. I-break down natin yung A phi at kuhanin natin yung components niya along X and along Y. Ito yon. This is the component along X and this is the component along Y. So, what is this angle? If this angle is phi, this must be 90 minus phi. This must also be phi and this must also be 90 minus phi. That's why this angle equals phi. O, diba? For this side, since it is opposite the angle phi, this is sine of phi times negative AX because it's directed along the negative x-axis. So, negative sine phi AX. And for this side, since it's adjacent the angle phi, it's cosine. Cosine phi times the unit vector AY because it's directed along AY. So, now, dito sa triangle na ito, pwede na nating malaman yung equivalent ng unit vector A phi. A phi equals the negative of sine phi AX plus cosine phi AY. So, ito na, we're able to formulate an expression for converting the two cylindrical unit vectors into their Cartesian equivalents. It might come as surprise. Bakit? Kasi yung nakuha natin kaninang A rho at saka A phi, yung vector components, actually, they have the same format as these two. Okay? So, kung ayaw mo maniwala, ibalik natin yung na-derive nating formulas kanina. Ito yun, If we will compare these two formulas, here I have the unit vector A rho and here I have the vector component along rho. So that's AX cosine phi plus AY sine phi. Ayun, AX cosine phi plus AY sine phi. And similarly, yung unit vector A phi na equal dito, pag i-compare natin dun sa formula na na-derive natin kanina, it's just the same, Yung small letter na AX, ginawa lang natin capital letter. So, negative AX sine phi plus AY cosine phi. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Pwede nating makuha yung expression para sa AX at saka sa AY. Diba? Using the same pattern or process na ginawa natin dito. So, paano natin makukuha yung expression para sa AX at saka sa AY? So, balik ta rin lang natin, Kanina, given yung A rho at saka A phi, kinuha natin yung projections nila sa AX at saka sa AY. Ngayon, balik ta rin natin given naman yung AX at saka AY, ano ang projection nila sa A rho at saka A phi? So, ngayon, ang may kulay, dapat AX at AY. Ito yon. So here, we show the unit vector AX and the unit vector AY. We will get the components of these two unit vectors along rho and phi. So, nasan yung unit vector na A rho? Eto siya. Ano? At yung unit vector na A phi, eto siya. So, yung X at Y, ipoproject sa rho at sa phi. Okay? Unahin natin yung AX. Ano po? Ano ang projection ng AX sa rho? At ano ang projection niya sa phi? So, makakabuo tayo dito ng right triangle ulit. Ano? Kapag nag-project tayo dito ng directed line segment, makukuha natin yung projection ng AX in the direction of phi. Kaso nga lang, negative yan because positive A phi is directed this way while yung projection ng AX is in the opposite direction. So, this is negative A phi. Okay? Now, itong angle na ito ay phi. This angle must also be equal to phi. This is 90 minus phi. That's why, pag naglagay tayo dito ng projection ng AX along rho, yung angle dito ay equal naman sa phi. Okay? 90 minus phi, phi. Para ang sum nila, 90. So, lagyan na natin ng label. Ano? Unahin natin yung component ng AX along rho because this is adjacent the angle phi. This is cosine of phi in the direction of rho. So, cosine phi A rho. And this one is opposite the angle phi. So, it's sine phi times negative of A phi. Why negative? Because its direction is opposite the unit vector A phi. Very clearly, pwede na nating i-express yung AX in terms of A rho and A phi, kagaya ng ginawa natin dito. So, this AX must be equal to cosine phi A rho minus sine phi A phi. Tama ba? Yes, ayan no. Cosine phi A rho minus sine phi A phi. Diba? Next is to get the expression for AY in terms of A phi and A rho. We do the same process. Kunin mo yung projection ng Y sa rho at saka sa phi. So, dapat maka-form din tayo dyan ng right triangle. Here, we draw the projection of AY along A phi. And here, we draw the projection of AY along A rho. Now, let's label the angle. No? So, kung ang angle na ito ay phi, this angle must also be equal to phi. This is 90 minus phi. So, this angle must be equal to phi as well. O, lagyan na natin ang label para hindi ka malito. This side can be labeled and this side can be labeled as well. Unahin natin yung arrow. Ano? Because this is opposite the angle phi. This side must be sine phi, okay, in the direction of rho. Sine phi, arrow, and this one must be equal to cosine phi A phi. Okay? Cosine phi A phi. So now, we can have the expression for AY in terms of A rho and A phi. AY must be equal to sine phi A rho plus cosine phi A phi. So ito siya. Diba? So ngayon, nakuha na natin yung unit vector transformation from Cartesian to cylindrical and vice versa. Ito naman ay cylindrical to Cartesian. Now, ano ang goal natin? Malaman yung formula sa pag-convert ng vector. Ano? So, dapat alam natin yung vector components. Ano yung AX at ano yung AY. So, kung kanina, yung form ng A rho at saka ng A phi ay kagaya lang ng form nitong dalawang ito, then, the form of these two must also be the same as the form of these two unit vectors. Yes. Ano? So, that is why we can say that this AX must be equal to A rho cosine phi minus, ito yun, A phi sine phi. Yes, that's right. And the expression for the vector component along y must be equal to A rho sine phi plus A phi cosine phi. Tama kaya yung mga formula na yan na nakuha natin simply by deducing, no, this expressions from the pattern that we have observed? Yes, actually, these formulas are correct. We are able to derive transformation relations para makapag-convert ka from Cartesian to cylindrical and from cylindrical back to Cartesian. So, i-summarize na natin yung mga na-derive nating formulas. Lahat ng yan, saan lang nagsimula? Nagsimula lahat ng formulas na yan dun sa apat na dot products na ating na-derive mula dun sa mga triangles na drawing natin kanina. Remember the four dot products, ax dot arrow that is equal to cosine phi, and we have ay dot arrow equals sine phi. The third, ax dot a phi is negative sine phi, and ay dot a phi is cosine phi. Now, to make things more convenient for you, we would like to tabulate these four dot products para mas madali natin siyang maisulat. So, itabulate natin, di ba? We find ways to make things simpler. The simpler way of writing these four formulas is by using a table. Nandito yung apat na dot products, ax, ay, az. Kukunan natin siya ng dot product with a rho, a phi, and AC. So, since yung AZ, parehas lang naman sa cylindrical at saka sa Cartesian, 001 yan, 001. Tapos, inilagay lang natin dito, ax dot arrow cosine phi, ay dot arrow sine phi, ay dot a phi cosine phi, and ax dot a phi is negative sine phi. So, dapat alam mo lang gawin yung table, no? Ax, ay, az, arrow, a phi, az. Tapos, ang i-memorize mo yung pababa, cosine sine 0, negative sine, cosine 0, at 0, 0, 1. O, diba? Ngayon, pag alam mo na kung paano gawin yung table na yan na nagre-represent sa apat na dot products, may isulat mo na rin yung transformation matrix, no? From Cartesian to cylindrical and vice versa. Halimbawa, given ang cylindrical, ano ang Cartesian or rectangular equivalent? Madali lang. Kung hinahanap mo yung Cartesian equivalent, then ang hahanapin mo is yung ax, ay, at saka az. Kokopyahin mo lang ito, no? Ax, ay, az. Ito yon. From small letters, ginawa lang nating capital letters. And then, you copy all of these dot products and they will serve as the elements of the matrix. No, ito yung coefficient matrix ngayon. Ayan, no? Cosine, sine 0, cosine, sine 0, negative sine, cosine 0. Ito yun, no? Kinopy lang natin yung dalawang 0 at saka 1. Ito yun. Tapos, itong cylindrical, yan yung given. Ito yung ilalagay mong multiplier sa right side. Tapos, yung unit vector transformation naman, palitan mo lang to, gawin mo lang small letter. No? At ito, gawin mo lang ding small letter. At itong matrix na coefficient, parehas lang din. Ngayon, kung pabalik naman, may shortcut din. Anong shortcut? Kung hinahanap natin yung arrow, a phi at az, given yung ax, ay, az, ita-transpose mo lang ang matrix na ito. To convert a vector from Cartesian to cylindrical, itong arrow, a phi at saka az, ililipat mo sa kabila. Ito naman yung multiplier sa kabilang side, sa right side. And then you get the transpose of this matrix. So, lahat ng horizontal, gagawin mo lang vertical. Cosine, negative sine 0, dito mo siya ilalagay. Okay? Ito naman yung pangalawa, sine phi, cosine phi 0, dito siya. Tapos, the third row becomes the third column. Okay, so that's how you transpose a matrix. So the first row becomes the first column, the second row becomes the second column, and the third row becomes the third column. Tapos ang given naman, Cartesian, ax, ay, az. Na kung gusto mo naman yung unit vector transformation, madali lang din. Lahat ng capital letters na yan, gawin mo lang small letters para maging mga unit vectors. So we now have this matrix. This is the vector components and these are the unit vector transformations. And they have the same form. Same sila ng format kaya madaling tandaan. So, dito, kinakailangan, alam mo kung paano gawin yung table. If you know how to construct this table, you'd be able to write the transformation matrix. So, you can convert a vector from cylindrical to Cartesian or from Cartesian back to cylindrical. Okay? So, madali lang ba? Yes, madali lang yan. So, para ma-demonstrate natin how easy it is to solve or convert a vector from one coordinate system to another, let us solve some examples.